Well, she actually told me to ask her what she doesn't like about you. So, Divya,
You were
what
supposed to
annoys
ask
you
him
the most?
what he doesn't like about me, not the other way around.
Go on then. I don't think he wants to get into trouble with that one.
I'll obviously, I don't want to, like, I'll first answer what I like and then I'll answer what I don't like. So, though you didn't ask, but what I like is the fact that all of them have really stepped up over the last 10 years, including her. So, that ability to learn, because we are all self-learners. We've built the product completely based on the assumption that students learn the best when they learn on their own. How do we enable them to start learning on their own, where teachers start playing the role of a mentor or someone who will do mentoring, monitoring, and motivating? So that's that strong belief in self-learning, and that's how we've learned how to build a business which is all based on first principles. There is no playbook for success. So she's also a fast learner, really stepped up and played multiple roles. And not just, I'm not biased towards, like it's very similar with all other founding partners. But what I don't like is the fact that she doesn't like the last minute changes.
Okay.
And very rigid about last minute changes, which is part of the game. And that's exactly what she will tell that she doesn't like about me.
Okay, I'm going to give you your turn, Divya, but I'm also going to, keep on jumping in here since we have limited time. What were your learnings from the last year? You've both talked about it in terms of the business decisions you made and the rationale, where you went wrong, etc. But what were your learnings if we have to come away from it today?
So, we are pioneers in edtech. We are not pioneers in perfection. What we were building was something which was being built in India for the first time in education. We were painting an empty canvas. Sure, we went over the lines at times, but then it's important that we corrected ourselves, we learned along the way, and we grew. In fact, I say we started as teachers, but more importantly, we are learners. Learning every single day, improving every single day. A lot of people ask me, where do you want to be, now? What's next for you? I say, I want to do what I'm doing today, better tomorrow. It's as simple as that. And there is scope to do that. We have 300 million school-going children. We have a million teachers, 15 lakh schools in India. The potential is so huge. We can literally create a global champion coming out of India for the world. In fact, in Abha, people ask us, and just because of all the wrong perception, because the human mind is wired to perceive perception as reality, the Indian market is growing, the edtech market is growing at 40%, while the global edtech market is just growing at 16.4%, which itself is very good. If anything, India is bound to become the edtech capital of the world. When you're creating for 1.4 billion people, you're creating for 1/6 of humanity. This is something which has helped us create a global product, localized to every country, personalized to every learner.
So when you were going through this difficult period, you also had this big FIFA deal that you did. And there was a lot of criticism about that. That why at this time have you chosen to spend money when people were questioning whether or not they would get paid? How would you answer that?
So these deals don't get signed overnight, Abha. And it was something that we did because, like I said, we wanted to create a global champion from India and create awareness across the world. So when we did it, at the point that we signed the deal, we had about 25% of our students coming outside India. So it was to create global awareness about the brand. Because we are fortunate to have that kind of top-of-mind awareness in India. One big reason was also the cricket sponsorship. We moved to being one of India's most loved brands. So sport is a way and is also very close to our ethos of all-round development for the youth. So we believe sport and education goes very closely together.
So in the deal, just to continue, the deal was signed many months back because it's not, you can't time it just 1 week, you can't sign Messi for a partnership. Yeah. And it's unlike the business partnership, it's a very different level of partnership where it mainly promotes our education for all. And after signing him up, we have actually doubled the number of NGOs and the inbound interest which we got from NGOs. So though unfortunately it clashed with, we had to let go of a few of our team members. Everyone talks about the 2,500 people whom we had to lay off during those 3 months, but no one talks about the 25,000 we hired during the last 12 months. In February of this month, we have hired 2,000 new people. We are the largest startup employer in the country by a margin. Across our companies, we have 55,000 people working for us. 55,000, that's a huge responsibility. Though, again, I'm not justifying, because we had to optimize, because when we acquired 6 companies, there are a lot of duplicity and redundancy which came because of, we didn't optimize during an environment where everyone was looking at growth. But when, when the world changed and everyone is looking at efficient growth, we had to do it. So, but as unfortunate as it can be, so.
Okay. There's a story about how you stalked Messi in an elevator. Do you want to tell us about that? Way before you signed him on for Byju's, apparently you saw him at some event and actually went up and down in the elevator all day until you met him. Is that true?
That's almost 10 years back when they came to Kolkata. That's true. It's like, I normally say, I'll use that as an example on how we don't take no for an answer. There was no way I was able to meet 10 years back when we were just starting the company. So when Argentina came to Kolkata, so I stayed in the same hotel, went up and down for 2 days, and finally caught him on the elevator. And then when I recently met him during the sponsorship deal, I just mentioned to him, he was like literally taken aback.
The biggest example of him not taking no for an answer would be when, his father was unfortunately diagnosed with cancer, and he's doing very well now, touch wood, but he did not give up because he had to get an appointment with the doctor, and it was in the US, it's at least 4 or 5 months away, but we didn't have that much time. So he sat in the reception and he made sure, like, for days together, and he made it happen. And there's so many countless things. In fact, one thing that I've really learned from him is the importance of never giving up. So even entrepreneurship is not about a single long race. It's about multiple short sprints. And you need to take that again and again and again. Because as a business, there will be booms, there will be busts. But how would you know a business is meant to last unless it lasts the toughest of times?